Do it.
Welcome back to another Chicano podcast, guys. Today we have the wifey um, co-hosting with me. I thought it'd be a good idea to have somebody to bounce ideas with, um, conversation, and present yourself.
Hi.
She's a little shy right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and roll with the flow. It's raining, so if you guys hear a bunch of water sounds, it's gonna be the rain. It's beautiful outside. It's nice and cool. Um, Today I wanted to talk about. We're gonna talk about the new show that everybody's talking about. The new show that broke the internet in my um, opinion, and we're gonna see what you think about it, what I thought about it, and more or less what people were talking about. The show is in the Netflix series. It's the Dahmer, the monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, guys. If you guys haven't seen this, how would you explain this story, this Netflix? Because everybody knows Dahmer's a killer back in the days, a serial killer, one of the craziest guys. He's known for cannibalism and stuff like that. The what is it called? The the Netflix show, the series, just they did such a good job.
Yeah.
Like what do you think? I felt like it just it describes, it goes into detail, right? The I wouldn't recommend it for kids or teenagers.
Even though you don't see like a lot of like the gruesome stuff, but
Yeah,
just
the way
how
that
they describe it, like you could just picture it. Like
exactly. I think it's just, you guys got to watch it. It's such a good series. Um, he he's just a sick guy. Like, well, what do you think? Do you think he was savable? Like, because the whole thing of the story is he thought he was screaming out and basically leaving trails of, like, hey guys, I'm not right, and
he knew he was, yeah, it wasn't
something's
right.
going on, and I feel guilty about it, but I'm still gonna do it because nobody's stopping me. And so the person that ends up stopping him, or keeping, like, they keep trying to get him arrested or checked, is the neighbor, right? The neighbor's basically the hero right now, no?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's because he knew he wasn't supposed to do what he was doing, and he tried not to do it, but it just like.
So what he was doing is that he was basically like hunting guys, um, just drugging them, and then
beating them.
Yeah, beating them, torturing them, and then.
Well, he said he would drug them so that they wouldn't feel pain, but a lot of the times they were still kind of awake. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And so, I think the show in itself doesn't show how, like, all the gruesome stuff, but how he was describing every detail. Like, oh, so I would put the little
pills,
the medicine or whatever, and drug them, and then from there, like, he would persuade them to his house.
No,
or
before
that he would get them from the club, take them to his apartment, and then persuade them into some drinks, and then to the bed, right? And then he would make them watch whatever show. I forgot what.
It was The Exorcist.
The Exorcist or whatever. And then from there, he would have his way with them. And I just think it's like, damn, like. And in the show, well, I read that supposedly the neighbor wasn't the next door neighbor in real life. But in the show, they persuade that so you could feel like if you were the next door neighbor. Yeah. In real life, the neighbor, the one that busted him, was in a different apartment. I guess she was seeing his actions from a different building. I'm pretty sure you didn't know about that.
No, I didn't.
But in the Netflix series, that's what it would do.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I was like, damn, imagine to be hearing all that stuff. Because on the show, like, it says, like, the neighbor would hear and smell everything, so she would always be upset or whatever.
Yeah.
Calling the cops.
Yeah, so supposedly, from what I've read, and it's supposedly a fact, that it wasn't the next door neighbor, but there was a neighbor across the building. But that neighbor would actually see all the people that he was taking in, and
And then they
would
would never
see him
come
come
out.
back. Yeah.
And even on the show though, like they would say like other neighbors could smell the like
Imagine the smell.
the
What do you
smell
think it
of
would smell like?
rotten. Oh, I don't know.
Like even just around
Because
here.
like even when
the
you smell
skunk.
like a or a dead dog or something, have
Ugh.
you ever like that smells really bad?
Yeah.
Imagine like decomposing like flesh or whatever because he had it. Was it like acid or whatever too?
Yeah,
Like
he would put them in an acid tank basically, and just leave them there until they would just.
But then he would have some in the freezer because he would cook it.
Yeah, he
and
would eat it.
Or the head.
He would,
Sometimes
yeah.
he would save them.
Yeah, he would take pictures of these people before he would do anything to them.
What also surprised me from him, like that he like said everything that he did, like everything, like other serial killers or whatever will deny. Oh no, I never did that, or like Ted Bundy or whatever. Like he would always be like, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And
when they arrested him, he was like, "Yeah, I deserve to be here for the rest of my life. I shouldn't be out." Like in one of his like clips that they arrested him and they interviewed him.
Yeah.
Oh. I will say this. So this is what do you call it? If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it before you listen to this. But what is it called? Like when I'm gonna kill the movie for you, the series. So towards the end, they show how the guy that kills him. The guy that kills him. He sees Jeffrey, that Jeffrey doesn't care, that he's in there joking around about food. He's trying to bully his way around and make fun of other inmates and
or of what he did, because he would be like, "Oh, this looks like a finger, and it was like a chicken leg."
Exactly. So he starts like
a human finger.
Yeah, like terrible joke, right? And to me, it's like, is that karma? Was that like? I'm gonna get into a deeper thought because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, he killed a bunch of black people, a bunch of black guys, and that was his target area, and that's what he preferred or whatever." Me personally, I think it was just where he lived.
Yeah,
like that's what he could afford, and his area was filled
because
with
when he started, it was white guys. It was two white guys
and
first,
some Mexicans, it was Hispanics too,
and some Hispanics, and then when he moved to that apartment, well, I think the majority of the people that lived around there and that would go to that bar or whatever were majority like black people. Yeah.
So towards the end, when the guy's about to kill him, people were saying like, "Oh well, you're getting what you deserved. You're getting that karma back from a black guy." And I think that is true. Like, I think the guy was like, "Oh, you did this to black people." And maybe he didn't mean it that way, because I read on the actual documents when they interviewed the killer, that he's like, no, he was like, God just told me that it was his turn, that it was my doing that had to be
on
done.
The series. He said like when he asked for all his stuff that he had done, the lady didn't want to give it to him because he was kind of crazy too.
Yeah.
He was like one of your schizophrenic, I think. He's like one of your victims was a 14-year-old. Like he was like, and you like didn't care. Like he was a child, and he told them that on the series, like, so he was telling them like one of your victims was a kid, like that. So I don't think that he killed them because of he was killing black people. No, I think it was because of all of his victims. Because he said like what you said, that God had sent them to kill him or whatever. But also, I think, do you think that he was like messed up because his mom would do all these drugs when she was pregnant with him, and then he was always by himself pretty much because the mom always on drugs, and then the dad was always at work. Like, so he had like even though they didn't like mistreat him like the other killers or whatever, that's always like, I don't know, their excuse or whatever, that they're abused too. But he wasn't abused. He just lacked a lot of attention. And then the mom would drink like freaking 30 pills while she was pregnant every day.
Do
You
you
don't
think
think
that has
that?
something to do with it?
I think so.
I don't know. That's something that nobody could say. You know
I
what I mean?
it would have
I feel
been
like
good.
it's a combination of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean, where your parents are nowhere to be found, and then you're
And
born with something
the mom abandoned him too.
psychological
Like
too.
she just left him there,
I
and
just
the dad did
It's
too.
kind of crazy because, like, how do you get to a point where you like that type of stuff that arouses you, that turns you on?
Because
And
the
what I
point
mean
of
by
him,
that, it's he was turned on by like guts and dead stuff, and in one of the scenes he's shown, I think he was hunting something, right?
he was degutting a
Yeah.
fish, and then he
was like, oh
jacking
like,
off to it.
like, oh, this is good.
That's
You know
so
what I mean?
disgusting.
I'm like, damn, bro. Like, yo sé que tocar hijos. Yo sé que a veces when you're young, your, ¿cómo se dice? Your hormones or your, o sea, pero damn, to flip out or to be aroused by something like that, that's when
so
I
crazy.
feel
Yeah.
that's something mental. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because also his point was like that he would kill them because he was afraid that they would leave him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even give them a chance to
No.
leave him, like the one
Like
black guy that he dated,
loved,
that he really loved. Like,
I feel like he was in love with that.
and he loved him too.
Guy.
I feel that he loved him too, and
he was,
I'm pretty sure.
¿Cómo se dice? Un mudo.
See, he was mudo. Mute.
A mute. See?
I don't know if that's
or somebody that doesn't speak.
Like he can't hear.
Yeah, or hear or speak or whatever the situation was, but they had a good relationship, and it was sad. Like,
that was
when I saw that, I was
sad.
like, y luego, I'll let you go or whatever. The guy, when they're in the room and then he's about to leave or whatever, he comes back or something like that, and pues ahí Dahmer just
that was
him out.
so sad.
I think to me at the end of that, the most impactful stuff to me is when he has the guy when he's in jail already. He's gonna kill him. The killer, the other killer, is gonna kill Dahmer, and he's like he was just 14. All your guys, you tortured all of them. Does everybody know that you would torture them? And then he's like, well, I would torture them, but I would give them medicine.
Yeah, I would drug them so they wouldn't feel it.
And then the guy that kills Dahmer, he's like, well, you're gonna feel every bit of this shit. And
that one when they show his face all like dented.
Damn, like, ¿cómo dejaría la cara? O sea,
because that's probably not even how it really looked. Because obviously they don't show it so gruesome, but you could see the dents on his face like that on one side of his face.
But for him to say that you're gonna feel everything that they felt.
That was so
crazy.
Those
were bars. Yeah. That was just like, me sacó de onda. It was just, and that guy's still alive. His Dahmer's killer is still alive. I put money in his books.
You did. You're a liar.
I'm just kidding. But
it was so crazy too that girls are crazy. Like they would send them money. Like if you write back, I'll send you more money.
I think that happens to mostly all the serial killers. Like
people are so weird. Like I would never do that.
Que tenía fans and stuff like that que llegaban to show him stuff.
Ted Bundy too. All the girls that would go show up to his.
I think that's something mental
court.
Too. You know what I mean? Que te guste el típico killer, ¿no? O sea, that's another notch after. ¿Cómo se dice?
Estás igual de loca.
After que a bad boy. ¿Sí me entiendes? Yeah. That's a bad boy image, pero.
Hell no.
Ay, cariño, está un poco peligroso, un poco mental ese pedo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right.
And I think it would have been good too before like you close it that if they would have studied his brain. You know how the dad didn't want to, but the mom wanted to see if they could see anything that would indicate that there was something wrong with him. Because recently, like on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she was saying that she had been in a car accident and she had gone through a car window head first, and then also all of the trauma that she went through with, I think she had another accident also that she hurt her head or something.
They were able to see all what was going on with her head, o sea, like los fregazos y todo el pedo.
Well, she said, look right here, like it was a picture of her brain, and then she's like, you see this is trauma, and then on another scan, like it showed like anxiety and stuff like that, because Kendall did it too.
It's because, like, in the Netflix series, when Dahmer dies, they were like, the doctors were trying to see what was going on, right?
Study his brain.
Study his brain, and the dad was like, no, just
cremate
him.
it.
Cremate him, ¿verdad? I don't know, I agree with you. Like, because we need all the information that we can, because there's going to be more of that. Whether we want to admit it or not, there's going to be more people like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we'll go ahead and close this episode. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my TikTok. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Give it a like, comment. Thank you for being a great co-host today. Hopefully we can have you on again. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Yeah?
I hope. Let us know if you liked it in the comments.
Okay. Let us know, guys. That's it for me. Chicano out. Peace.